Hey everyone, welcome to a new episode of the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast, a fan podcast dedicated to Manchester United Football Club. As always, like, subscribe, follow, whether you're listening to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, and as well as you can follow on social media, whether it's Instagram, TikTok, or X. I hope everyone's enjoying their weekend. I hope everyone's enjoying their start to their Sunday. United's women's squad winning 2-1 against London City Lionesses. Today's episode is the post game. Listen, the game was a hard-fought game today. It was the type of game where they had to scrape to get it. They did not start off well. They did not play well in the first half. Yes, in the end, a win is a win, and we'll take it. And the way the table is shaping up right now with the league, yes, Arsenal still have 2 games to make up, but we are still in a battle. We are. We're in a fight right now with Champions League position. So this type of game was important. This type of game not to drop points. And there was a concern that would potentially be dropping points. Yesterday I said in the preview, this is not going to be similar to the game that they had back in September. There will be challenges. We're in our 3rd game of 5 within 2 weeks. And we just came off of a win, so there's a high there that you're hoping that's going to carry over. You want to make sure everyone's healthy. You want to make sure that your rotation is there. And that's what they did. Skinner did go with the rotation. Almost similar to what I had. I didn't have Riviere starting. I would have went with Lundqvist. But other than that, everything was the same in terms of the formation. We had Park, we had Arojo, we had Wengerham, Schuler, Miyazawa, Nelson. I did go with Turner. Yesterday, I know when I did the episode, I did keep the same back 2, but I did make an update in mine, and I rechanged my starting formation, putting in Turner for Janssen. And yes, you can say, well, guess what? It worked. Yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong. Sorry, you're not wrong. But to be fair, I didn't make the decision. I'm just taking a leap of faith of how the lineup is going to be. It is Mark Skinner who is actually the right guy who set up everything and got everything going. So Skinner did what he did for the rotation, getting things going. This was Turner's first start since last playing against London City Lionesses. So it's there. So her goal and assist today was brilliant. But in the end, the game itself, to say that we were the best team, I would say maybe not. Like, and that's a questionable maybe. London City came out firing. They were definitely in control. They got the goal early, but they were definitely moving the ball better in the first half. Second half, they had opportunities. Let's not pretend that London City just went away quietly. London City had opportunities. There was a couple that went wide. There was a couple headers that, they had their opportunities. And listen, like I said, we're in our 3rd game of 5. Our team is a little battered. The team got a little bit battered again today. Our bench was small. We did have problems with rotation for our back 4. So there is a cause and concern going into next Thursday of how everything's going to play out. Gabby George did play well today. She was substituted at half, I thought, but again, she had some difficult. I felt like as the game went on, Gabby George got a little bit better, but she was substituted at half. She was okay. She was just about average, but again, there were struggles there. Jade Riviere, I thought, struggled. She went off with an injury, but she also had a yellow card. But the injury is one to monitor, especially with her and Sandberg. We're hopefully that Sandberg is back next week for that game. Hopefully George is there as well. But again, we do have proper rotation. Listen, there was times where the squad struggled today. There was. Was there a concern that they may drop points? There was a concern. And I did talk about the concern of making sure that we're not dropping points. But listen, when you do that goal early, that's tough. Like I talked about defending crosses, Jade Riviere got beat, and they were able to get the ball in the net. Listen, Fowler's Joyce did make some good saves for some, but again, there was opportunities where London City could have had, a couple more inches to the left or to the right. The ball's going in. They were making some good reads, some good opportunities, and sometimes we had problems trying to clear the ball out, especially later on as the game went on. So it's great that we got the win, but it's just there were struggles there in the game where we couldn't get the ball out cleanly. And in the end, hands off to London City for playing the way they did. They did play well. I'm not going to take anything away from them. They did play very well. But United, always in that final third, find a way to get that goal, to take the lead, tie it back. Like, again, this is another game where we've been doing it around the 70th, close to the 80th minutes. Some have been in the 80th minutes or some with extra time. But this is a game where they had to fight from beginning to end because London City was pressing. They were. They had opportunities. But overall, we got the win, but it was an ugly one. I can use different, it was an ugly win. That's how I'll put it as. It was not the greatest win for them. They struggled. They weren't able to get a good momentum going. They felt like they were chasing. Schuler, Wangerham all looked like they struggled. Awojo as well. The attack was not the greatest, to say the least. We struggled on the attack. And obviously Mallard, I guess, was out due to an illness. Hopefully she's back. This is a game where we had to fight. This is a game where people had to step in and improve. And first of all, Park just going in solo on that shot to tie up the game was a brilliant goal. And last night when I was doing my preview, I did do the lineup. It was similar, almost, just one change. Please remember, I did give one lineup, and then in the middle of the podcast, I was like, I'm going to need additional change. I threw in Turner, took out Janssen, and then I had Lundqvist starting instead of Riviere. So obviously Riviere came in. She was substituted off. She did leave with an injury. Hopefully that's not a serious injury. She's good to come back. Because again, Sandberg is potentially still out. Rolfo is still out. Toon, Carlson are out. So we have to make sure that we came out of this game healthy. So it's hard to say how it's going to go. So, but yeah, great header by Turner to help us get the win. Great kick by Letitia as well. But in the end, we needed it. We needed that game to help maintain maintain what we needed to do. Just taking a look here. But yeah, it was a difficult first half to watch for them, just trying to build back and giving up that goal early. It's not the first time the squad has given up a goal early. We've seen it a couple of times this season, and they've had the battle, but their second half has always been their best, and even in their final third, they come alive. So it was a difficult challenge for them today, and I didn't expect it to be a cakewalk. I said that yesterday. It's not going to be the same win. We're in our third game of 5. We just came off of a big win. We need to make sure that we're healthy. We need to make sure we're good to go. And again, our bench was small today. You can see that because, again, when Riviere came on, we didn't have another defender to substitute with. Drury came on. So hands down to Skinner for making those adjustments to look at here. But going to next Thursday is a challenge. And it's great that we're up. Yeah, it's great that we won 3-0, but we're at home and we are depleted. And Atletico can bring pressure. So we need to step up, and everyone who's going to be playing needs to step up as well. So it's good that some players did get rest. That's the good thing. I know Turlin did not come on, which is great. Not great, but you gave her rest. Giving minutes to Drury was good too. So overall, it was, yeah. Overall, I was happy with the win. The method of it, listen, that's sports right there. So that's basically it. Player ratings. Let's look at player ratings. Tulis Joyce, I'm going to give a 6.5. George, I'll go with a 6 for George. She did play well, but the substitution at halftime, like I said, she played average. She had some moments where she was struggling. So, yeah, six for her. Turner, 8.5. Yeah, 8.5. I'll give it to them. Letitia, 7.5. Riviere, I'm going to say a 6 as well. She played okay, but she definitely had her struggles today. Miyazawa, yeah, definitely a 7. She's always consistent. Awojo, like again, the attack suffered today. 5.8. Nelson, 6. Park, definitely I'll give a 7.5 to Park. She is impactful, and she definitely draws the attention. She definitely draws what's there. Wengerham, yeah, 5.8. Schuler, 5.5. Substitutions that came on, Zikialti Olme, 6. Lundqvist, Lundqvist did make an impact when she came on, keeping her at 6.5. Jensen, I'll say a 6. And then Drury coming on 6. So yeah, like when we're looking at it here, yeah, like our attack was not the best today. It wasn't. Like Park, yeah, 7.5. Our back wasn't the best. It was a tough one today, to say the least. There was struggles. And listen, we held off, we got the win, which is a good thing, but there were struggles, especially in the first half. Second half wasn't the best. It just wasn't. Yeah, it was a struggle today for this win. And listen, they have to rebound, they have to come back healthy. We have a big match next week. We have to close out Atletico. We have to win. We have to get to the next round. So, but yeah. But yeah, like it's a lot of stuff that, like, again, health is the one concern, and hopefully Sandberg, Riviere, Frito, hopefully they're good to go. Like having Turner there is a good rotation for the middle. Having Lundqvist there is good to start. Probably expect Lundqvist and George to start next week as the pair. Depending on Riviere, we'll see out next week. We'll probably find out Tuesday or Wednesday from the press conference what the status is. Hopefully Anna Sandberg is back. If anything, you have those two coming off the bench. Frito as well. We may have Turner and Janssen start together next week because, again, Letitia has played a lot, but she is our captain, and you're going to still expect Letitia to be there as the starter. And she was great today, but there were struggles today. Let's not pretend that there wasn't. There were struggles today for her. There's struggles for everyone today. So yes, it's great that she got the assist. But yeah, there were struggles. Like our attack struggled. Our attack was there. We did not play to our level. We had to fight to scrape and get that win. So yeah. Yeah, that's it for the episode today. I will be back on Tuesday with a post game. I am going to be working on getting the live show ready as well for next Sunday. We have a big game on Thursday. So Tuesday will be a catch up. Wednesday will be the preview. of the match of of the second leg for Atletico, and then and then Thursday post game, Friday, Saturday with episodes as well. So, but yeah, enjoy the rest of your weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, follow, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube, and then as well as social media, Instagram, TikTok, and X. This is the Red Devils Corner Kick Podcast. Glory, glory, Man United.